Hi, this is Nelson Ranch. I remember talking a little bit about the possible schedule for the upcoming year of championship meetings. Okay, and here's what I currently think. Th- They have told us that they're going to update the main story, and there's going to be part two. And the part two is going to be the story of Rhinecraft and Cesario, or which is Special Week's daughter, uh, in actual life and not in the game, but in the actual life. And it's going to be the story of the triple, not crown, but the triple tiara. And in April, the championship meeting in April is going to be the Hanshin 1600 meters. The Hanshin 1600 meters is actually the first of the triple tiara. So if this is the case, there's good chance that the one in June, because championship meeting happens every 2 months, the one in June will actually be the Tokyo 2400 Oaks. The Tokyo 2400, actually, it's the Oaks, it's the Derby, and it's also the Japan Cup, but that's what it's going to be. And in the Tokyo 2400, the acceleration card is actually, what's her name? El Condo Pasa's SSR speed card, check. That's going to be the powerful acceleration. And if you have a character towards the front, you also want to get Manazensky's Inherit, the red version of Manazensky's Inherit, and that will be your acceleration as well. So any character from first to sixth place for Manazensky, and I forget the range for check, but if you're towards the front or the middle, check will work. So those are the two. You may also want to use what's her name, Sirius Symboli's acceleration skill. The Sirius Symboli's acceleration skill is going to work in the 2400 as well. And you can also use what's her name, Satono Crown, and you can use the newest version of Tokai Teo. They will all be very, very good. So I'm actually looking forward to the Tokyo 2400, the Oaks or the Derby. And then there's going to be a championship meeting in August. And then in October, it's going to be autumn. And the third of the Triple Crown is the Shukasho, which is the Kyoto 2000 meters. So the Kyoto 2000 meters, the Shukasho, this is where Dober's skills are going to shine. This is Summer Dober, and various other characters. So Vivaloss probably will also shine here as well. So it's going to be 1600, 2400, 2000 meter. And if that is the case, then we'll be back to the UAF scenario for April and June. And then there'll be a new scenario introduced, because they said that they're going to introduce a new scenario every 4 months. And there's going to be a championship meeting in August, and we'll probably do that August championship meeting with that new scenario. But for the October championship meeting, we're going to go back to the UAF to do, to run it for the Kyoto 2000 meters. And then in December, this is Japan, so it's most likely going to be the Arima Kinen. And in December, they'll also actually introduce. In October, after the championship meeting is over, they'll introduce a new scenario, and the October scenario is most likely going to be a scenario that's tailored for long, because December is most likely going to be Arima Kinen, the 2500 meters, which people should remember because that's the one that we just did before the February one. So if the scenario for the if the scenario for December is long, then my guess is the next scenario after the UAF is going to be a scenario for short. And so the August championship meeting will probably be a sprint of some type. I don't know what kind of sprint it's going to be, but I suspect it's going to be some kind of sprint race. And then we'll be back to a 2000 meter medium distance race, and then we'll be at a 2500 long distance race, which means next year, February, it's going to be actually a dirt championship meeting because we haven't had that one yet. So we'll do mile, mid, short, mid, long, and dirt. And dirt races can be either mile or mid distance. So we're going to be back to the UAF. So when you actually think of it that way, I think it actually the current friend card, the current friend card that we're seeing in the gacha, Tsurugi Ryoko, is probably going to be a character that is going to be used for the next year, right? We're going to use her for like we're going to use her in the UAF scenario for the mile, then for the 2 mid, and then for the last dirt. So she's going to be used 4 times essentially for championship meetings. And instead, the new card that's going to be available to us in the next 2 scenarios, which is for short and long, is only going to be used once. Which means, if you're willing to not worry about just 2 championship, if you're just willing to I can't bring myself to spend a lot of jewels or money on a championship meeting race that's going to happen only once. That seems kind of insane. So it's possible that what you can do is you just pull for this card and for Orfever, and then when the next scenario shows up and the scenario after that shows up, you take it easy. And if you do well, you do well, and if you don't do well, you don't do well. No big deal. But if you actually put your money here, well, not money, but if you put your jewels here, then this card will actually serve you until basically next year February, when all this is over. Now that is my expectation. That is my suspicion. That is my guess. I can be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I am going to operate on that basis. So if I have a chance, I'm going to try and actually bump up Tsurugi Ryoko to max first, and then after she's at max, then I will work on Orfever to bring to max. She's going to take priority for me as far as I am concerned, because I think that what's going to happen is April, the mile, June, the 2400, August, sprint, short distance, October, mid distance 2000, December, 2500 meter long, and February, dirt. And dirt is always mile or mid distance. So, this scenario, the UAF scenario, is going to be like the key scenario in which 1, 2, 3, 4 champions meetings will be held in, that you will train with. And then when the the 4th year anniversary shows up, that's probably when they'll upgrade the thing and they'll give us a new schedule. It probably won't be the triple tiara because they just did it. I don't know if it'll be the triple crown even, because they've been doing the triple crown for a while for the first 2 years. So it might be something else. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed the previous sprint champions meeting, which was the 1400 meter, precisely because it was not a G1 race. I think we've actually covered almost every single G1 race that's available in Japan at this point, except for the dirt G1 races. But all the other G1 races, I think, have pretty much been covered. So, running some G2 races would actually be interesting, and because it would be like a different place, different locale, different kind of distance. Right, 1400 was totally new. We've never done that before. The sprint was always 1200. So. Maybe in the 4th year they might actually choose a different type of races. So who knows? And maybe even this year, the sprint might not actually be, the 1200 sprint. It might actually be like a 1000 meter sprint. And if it's a 1000 meter sprint, the character that's going to shine like crazy is, of course, the Niigata 1000 meter. The character that's going to shine like crazy is this character here. This Karen-chan, because of one true color, 350 meters. So, we'll see. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about my expectations of what's the future champions meetings are, and with that in mind, which of the 2 cards that I would actually prefer to have at max. And my answer to that is it's gonna be the triple tiara. And the sprint is going to happen first, and then the long, and then the dirt. In which case, I want to prioritize Tsurugi Ryoko, the friend card, because that means that 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the next 6 races, we'll all be using this UAF scenario, and we'll only be using 1 race each for the short and the long. And so if it's just 1 race each, you could like foreseeably just forego that champions meeting and say, it's like, I don't really care, and just let it slide and use that time to actually accumulate more jewels. Because if you don't pull on that one and just wait 2 months, you'll have a lot of jewels. Actually, wait 4 months, you'll have a lot of jewels to pull when the next scenario shows up. Or you could actually wait out on that one, and then you'll have like a crazy amount of jewels at the new anniversary, and then that way you just won't have you'll be sitting golden. So there you go. All right, that's my 2 cents. I talked about 10 minutes already, so I'll end it there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, this is the character set that I have. It's actually increased by a lot. But there's still like all these characters that I don't have. And there's gonna be more. Alright, take it easy guys. Bye bye.